Hello, it's Sunday night. I just got back from a weekend trip and I'm kind of preparing for the week ahead. But I wanted to talk about how I have been here for a month. I've been in my study abroad experience for exactly a month now, 4 weeks, and it's been really, really cool. But I did want to have an honest conversation about what it's been like because I want this to be an honest reflection of what's going on here and kind of to help other people understand how studying abroad really is and what it's really like. What I wanted to talk about is what's kind of happening right now. And what I'm calling that is kind of the dwindling out of the honeymoon phase. So when I first got here, everything was so new, so exciting, and I just felt excited all the time and really in awe of everything going on, which is a really cool feeling to have, especially when it's so consistent. But now, after being here for a month, things are becoming a bit more routine, kind of getting into a groove. It's really nice to have things a little bit more predictable, like know when my classes are, where I'm going to eat lunch, all that. But I think there's this misconception that studying abroad is literally just 100% crazy fun, awesome times all day, every day for 3 straight months. And that's impossible. It's real life. So there are days that you're tired, or days where your lectures are bad, or you don't want to do your homework. All the things that happen at home happen abroad as well. I think social media can skew that when we all post our highlights from this really cool adventure and don't ever say anything about kind of the more normal parts of it. So I wanted to say my honeymoon phase is kind of dwindling, but that's not a bad thing. I don't mean that in a bad way. This is not a vlog about negative things going on. It's just more kind of honesty about the kind of normalness it starts to feel like when you've been living in a place for a while. So just because I'm not constantly in awe all the time and excited by new things constantly, doesn't mean that I'm having a bad time whatsoever. The gratitude I feel for being here is still constant. And when I kind of sit back and think about how lucky I am to be here, I'm amazed. But it's still just kind of like regular school in the sense too. So it's interesting to kind of feel this transition between the brand newness of everything and now the kind of normalizing or normalization of being here, and being in this routine, and kind of how that feels a little bit different. It's really interesting. I do have a couple things that I want to improve upon in my just day-to-day life, and I'll talk about two of them. One is coming back to my room and my apartment when I have breaks. When I come back for a break in between classes to eat or to clean or to pick up a book or whatever, I tend to accidentally on purpose sit down and then not get up until I have to leave again. So I kind of started taking naps this week. Naps aren't all bad, but they're not always the best thing for me. So that's something I want to improve on next week is during the breaks I have in between class, I want to utilize those a little bit more productively. Maybe go out and try a new restaurant or walk over to downtown and look at the Duomo or just go to the Ponte Vecchio, the Arno River, and kind of really take advantage of what I have around me here since I'm not going to be here too long. So that's one improvement that I hope to make this week. And also, the second thing is food. There are a lot of carbs here, and they're really delicious. And the gelato is really delicious. But I have been feeling kind of tired, but I'm definitely sleeping enough. So I think that's because of all the carbs that I'm eating all the time. So I'm not going to cut carbs or anything like that. That's nuts. But I am going to try to focus a little bit more on eating less carbs this week, and kind of cleansing out my system a little bit. Hopefully that will give me a little bit more energy. So I'll end these weekend thoughts with something cool that happened when I got home just a few hours ago from my weekend trip, which I'll do a vlog about. I got home and felt like I was home. I mean, I'm using the word home, not even realizing it. It was cool to go away and see a new place for the whole weekend. I was in Rome and also Naples, and so I was gone the entire weekend, which hasn't been a thing yet. And then to come back to Florence and kind of feel like I was back home, and to understand seeing a different city, two different cities really, and then kind of knowing that I'm really happy to be in the one I'm in. So that's it, 1 month in, and it's real life. It's awesome. So I'll make those vlogs about my past 2 weekends, the trips I've done, and I'm excited for what the rest of the semester holds. So have a great night or day whenever you're watching this, and we will talk soon. Bye!